Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Try Meditation. And today I want to talk about how to practice traditional meditation. Now, traditional meditation is the most common form of meditation. Traditional meditation is most likely what you will see if you were to open up a dictionary and look up the definition of meditation. Visually, it's quite simple. You can either sitting on the floor or sitting in a chair. Your posture is completely erect and you are thinking very tall, very up and down, like the tallest mountain or like the pyramids pointing upwards, or like a tree swaying in a forest. Everything needs to be pointed towards the sky, towards the heavens. Your posture, your alignment. Extremely important. From there, once you access the correct posture, you can begin to focus on breathing. What is traditional meditation? Many gurus and masters of meditation would tell you many different things, perhaps. But to me, traditional meditation is not clearing the mind, but acknowledging the mind, and in a way letting go of the mind. Letting go of whatever you are holding on to, whatever is stressing you out, whatever is holding you back, whatever new idea which may pop in your head. The objective is to acknowledge whatever enters and to let it go. And the way you allow it to enter your domain is through inhaling. The way you allow these ideas, thoughts, stress, worries, whatever it may be, the way you allow that to exit your body is through the exhale. It is completely dependent on the breathing. Once you establish proper posture. So we have the breathing and the posture. Traditionally speaking, that's it, really. But there are many different methods and techniques to use while practicing traditional meditation. But away from all of the techniques, away from all of the guides, I just want today to make sure you understand what traditional meditation is and how to practice traditional meditation. Traditional meditation might be the most important thing for your mental health and your physical health. The benefits from practicing traditional meditation over and over again are infinite. And with each time you participate in traditional meditation, your experience level goes up. And the higher your experience level rises within the practice of traditional meditation, the stronger you will get mentally and physically. With meditation and exercise, speaking on mental and physical exercise, I truly believe an individual can get through anything, whatever that might be. That's why it's extremely important to incorporate both in your life on a habitual basis. So, we're not here to talk about physical exercise, but we are here to make sure you understand the physical frame, the physical positioning required to actively practice traditional meditation. Once again, you can be on the floor, you can be in a chair. You can have a pillow on the ground, or you could sit on the ground bare. I don't mean to rhyme, it just happens sometimes. And when you are sitting on a chair, you need to be sitting on the edge of that chair, because you will not be able to properly engage in correct posture if you are leaning or slouching back in your chair. You can't meditate in a lazy fashion. Meditation actually does require much physical strength, because your upper body has to be developed enough to support your structure. When I first started meditating, I would sit on a flat leather bench that I had sitting near my desk. And I placed the bench directly against a wall. And I used the wall as support to begin to understand what it takes to maintain correct posture within meditation. And my discoveries physically were insane, because the truth is I only started practicing traditional meditation because I was hit by a car. I was hit by a car, I landed on top of a car, and I jumped at the last second. I was skating on my longboard, and I was coming across this street, Avenue D, in fact. That was the avenue. I was on Avenue D, and I was about to cross Flatbush Avenue. And it was dark, and at the last second, I got clipped by this unmarked vehicle, which sent me on top of the vehicle from a very flat positioning, and I cracked the windshield along the way. Landing on my back, I attempted to rise up and walk away, but the people of Brooklyn told me, no, don't move. Perhaps I was in shock at the moment from what had just taken place. But it led to long-term back pain for me. And somewhere along the last decade, I began to search for ways to improve my back, which would relieve pain. And one of the greatest things that I came to discover was meditation. Because within meditation, you are practicing proper alignment within your frame, and something about that really rehabilitated my injuries. And that's why I started meditation. And then as I began to invest more and more time in meditation and my experience level raised, I realized, wow, there are so many other benefits of traditional meditation mentally. So once we understand that physical structure of the foundation of meditation, which is proper posture, either sitting on the floor or sitting at the edge of your chair, we can begin to engage the upper body, in which your shoulders need to be relaxed, your chest needs to be high, and you need to be nice and loose throughout your entire body. Traditionally speaking, you want to make it a habit while practicing traditional meditation to check in with your body, to be aware of your body, to be aware if you are slamming your feet into the floor, or if you are beginning to engage in poor posture and lose your alignment, which is directly connected to the chakras. We won't get into the chakras today, but to give you a quick visual of what these chakras are doing, they are directly aligned with your core from the bottom to the top, mainly engaging at your spine and working its way up. And each chakra represents different energy within your own temple. So in order for your domain to truly benefit from the benefits of meditation, there can be no blockage along the path of the chakras. Because this idea of pointing upwards and shooting directly to the sky is directly connected to the chakra placement. And you can't reach that ascension if your posture is incorrect. The energy will not travel throughout your entire body, and you will not receive the positive rewards of meditation. But once you master your posture, you will begin to notice how much deeper your connection in meditation can be. So now that we understand we need to be on the edge of our chair or sitting on a flat surface with our spine reaching straight up to the sky, past the atmosphere. You want to really send your mind's eye upward. And while we're on the topic of that mind's eye, it stops here. This is where the last chakra is, within that pineal gland, within that third eye. And perhaps it's where the most important one is, because when you engage in the physical posture, your eyes are closed and you're breathing into this location. You're stretching your upper body into this location. That's where everything is, that third eye, that pineal gland. And when you begin to engage in your breathing, it is recommended that you initially breathe through your nose and you exhale through your mouth. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. All the while, checking back in with your body, checking back in with your posture. And then you are meditating, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, meditation is so important. Now you know how to traditionally meditate. That's the basis of it. If you can do that, you have the ability to master this. And if you happen to master traditional meditation, I can guarantee you will be rewarded in some amazing ways. Ways that are not accessible from any substance in the physical world. Ways that are not accessible through the ecstasies of love, or ways that are not acceptable through or discoverable through visual sensations. Wonders of the world. You have all the wonders of the world within you. You can go anywhere and you can let everywhere go at the same time if you begin to raise your experience level in terms of traditional meditation. That's why it's so important to practice it as much as possible, because each time you're able to go deeper and deeper. And each time you're able to start from a stronger position to reach a deeper connection within yourself, within your soul. And I'm telling you, the benefits are amazing. How long does it take to master something? 10,000 hours. I am far from mastering traditional meditation, but I have come a long way, and I want to inspire you to meditate as much as possible. I really hope you try meditation. Remember, whatever idea pops in your head while you're engaging in correct posture and you're breathing through your nose and out your mouth, you connect that idea to the breath. Whatever worry pops in your head while you are meditating, you connect that worry to the breath. You really hold on to that thing that just popped in your head. You get it up here in your pineal gland as if you are a vacuum cleaner, sucking up whatever enters your brain. And then, just as quick And just as passionately as you acknowledged it and held on to it, you let it go by exhaling it. And when you let it go, you really imagine that you are letting go of whatever it is you just held on to. And if you can connect that visual in your mind's eye of acknowledging the idea coming in, the worry coming in, the stress coming in, the random thought in your head coming in, and then just exhaling, just pushing it outward. Eventually, your mind will quiet, and there will be nothing left to come inside of your domain except peace and serenity and a deeper connection and understanding of who you are and what you are and where we are and how we are all connected. The last thing you need to know in regards to how do you practice traditional meditation is the duration of the inhale to the conclusion of the exhale. And what you need to understand is when you inhale, you want to hold on to that breath, to that moment for about 2 to 3 seconds. And then you want to let it go. And now you know. That's everything you need to know. Now you know how to practice traditional meditation. So, let's try meditation. Engage the waves. The waves are just like the breath. Just like conscious meditation, within traditional meditation, the waves come in and then the waves go out. It is inevitable. It is a part of human nature. It is a part of Mother Nature. You will breathe even when you don't acknowledge that you need to take your next breath. But what if you acknowledged every breath that came in and every breath that went out? I could imagine how quickly that would teach you gratitude in terms of being grateful just for living, grateful just to take that breath. Because many people, unfortunately, today did not get to take that breath. The air that we breathe is so precious. And when we connect to that and understand that and focus on that, something happens. Something magical. So let's do it, shall we? Let's meditate. And before we do so, let's set a vibe. Please allow me to engage in the Golden PC Live while I pull up an instrument to lead our transition into the deeper connection of traditional meditation today. As always, we will do 15 minutes with the guide, and then we'll stop. We'll reconnect with each other. We'll talk to each other. And then we will do 15 minutes without the guide. I will be silent, and we will all participate in a deep, deep connection of meditation. Before we get started today, does anyone have any questions about meditation? I want to give a big shout out to Waffle Stomper _Ben, Phoenix, Arizona. Captain Phoenix, Arizona. Captain Jalen Drake. Captain Bree. Voyager Army Ambassador Ray Shell. Captain Ben. Thank you all Voyagers for being here today. I really appreciate you joining me for this important day, which is Traditional Meditation Day on Twitch. Friday, we are going to be exploring intense meditation, and I have never did a traditional, a intense meditation session. Intense meditation is something else. An intense meditation can truly be a trip unlike no other if you can really grasp the deep connection and practices of what intense meditation is. It's insane what intense meditation can do for you, physically and mentally. That's why this is so important, because of the physical and mental aspects. We're going to do today's music in the key of B in honor of Captain Ben, Waffle Stomper himself. Shoutouts to you on the Voyager Army stream yesterday playing some Warzone. But today is not about fun and games, ladies and gentlemen. It's about meditation. So, let us begin. Just building a vibe. 1 second, please. Okay, now that we have our background music set, let's just tune it down just a hair. And let's begin some traditional meditation. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, what the most important part of traditional meditation is. And that's plural, as in parts. Your posture and your breathing. Actively, really engaging and focusing on those two things. I'm willing to bet that you won't have any room for ideas in the first place, because your mind will be so focused and alert and engaged. That proper posture, on really maintaining that breathing pattern and really maintaining the rhythm of allowing ideas to enter your the ideas to exit your head. It's quite simple, really, yet it's so challenging at the same time. But that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. But I believe in you. I believe that we all can do it with practice. I really do. So let's take it there, shall we? Velocity raised to the max. Go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable position. Go ahead and allow yourself to get comfortable. I saw someone in the chat say water. It's a great reminder for us all. Make sure you have some water on standby before you meditate, because water is your friend. You don't want to get dehydrated. You don't want to strain yourself. You don't want to stress yourself out here. Now, what I didn't mention in terms of meditation were the mudras. I didn't mention mudras, but on another day, I can guarantee you we will talk about the mudras, all of them. The mudras are the hand positionings. And for today, for the purpose of this exercise within traditional meditation, I want to focus here. Forget about what it's called for now. Okay? We won't even mention that today. I don't want to confuse you and overload you. I just want to show you visually what you need to do. You're going to take your ring finger and place it down here. And you're going to take your thumb and place it over your ring finger. And you're going to take that and gently place it on your hands. In order to traditionally meditate, you don't have to do a mudra formation within the hands. You can engage the mudra if you want to, or you don't have to. But the benefits of engaging in the mudra are enhanced because each finger is directly connected to a different element, which triggers different energy within the body, which gives different benefits and perks for each finger. It's really interesting to investigate what each element does for you and what benefit you get from each one. Therefore, when you begin to raise your experience level and you study the mudras, you know which finger to use on which occasion. And today we're going to use the ring finger because it's going to really help you ground yourself, and it's going to really help you focus on your breathing. It's going to help you engage in deep breathing. This mudra, once again, I won't overload you and tell you the name today, is so important and so beneficial. It can be used for someone who is struggling to breathe in the real world, outside of the transcendental world of meditation. The placement of your thumb over your ring finger has extreme boost in terms of what your lung capacity can handle in terms of breathing and the engagement and the rhythm of breathing. So if anyone out there is ever struggling to breathe for whatever medical emergency that might be, if you see someone who is struggling to breathe, you can't breathe, tell them to place their fingers like this and watch what happens. So here we are. Oh, by the way, thank you for that follow, Gertrude. I can't read that name, but thank you. I'm going to take a sip of water and we're going to engage traditional meditation here. One moment, please. Okay. On the edge of your chair. Thumb over your ring finger. Palm facing upwards. Engage the posture that we discussed. And begin. Deep breath through your nose. And exhale. Your eyes should be closed, and your body should be relaxed. Take another deep breath through your nose. And exhale. Through your nose. And exhale. Check in with your body. Make sure you're loose. No strains. Not holding on to any tightness with engaging your muscles. Just relax. And repeat. Continue to check in with your body here and there. Acknowledge how your body feels and let it go. Through your nose. And out your mouth. If you constantly check in with your breathing, and if you are constantly aware of your correct intentions for your posture, I assure you there will be no room for anything to enter your head space in the first place. However, if anything does pop in your head, connect it to the breath. And check in with your physical body. How do you feel? Are you relaxed? Are you strained? Are you loose? Are you in pain? Let's take a moment and stop. Slowly open your eyes. Come back to the stream. Come back to me. And let's talk for a moment. Continue to breathe and maintain this connection. We're here now, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing else matters. Thank you for joining us, by the way. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here right now. So let's talk about what we're doing here right now. If you feel pain when you're trying to practice traditional meditation, you're trying to maintain proper posture, it's okay to stop. In fact, you should stop. And you should perhaps stretch a bit. You want to make sure your neck is nice and loose. So, on occasion, I tend to do some neck isolation rolls here. Just want to make sure it's nice and loose, all the while breathing still, right? When we are doing these stretches, we want to make sure that we're breathing consciously, because we don't want to be blocking anything, any air from reaching our brain or any chakra from not being able to allow your entire frame, your entire physical self to connect to that air. So, I'm going into performance mode here on the stream, so let me know if the sound goes out. And let's continue to stretch just a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, just relax. And isolate your body a bit. It's possible that you may be feeling pain from traditional meditation because you're straining yourself and your upper body strength might not be there yet. So just stop and stretch. Sometimes if you reach upward, it helps. You want to stretch out that rib cage a bit. You want to make sure your arms are nice and loose, even though you're not using them. But your arms are connected to your rib cage and your spine, so if you can maintain isolations between those, then when you engage in these isolations, you're really loosening up your entire back, your spine, everything. So I just tend to do some shoulder rolls or some bicep rolls like so. That really helps. And then you want to make sure your neck is nice and loose. Remember to breathe while you're stretching. Continue to stretch and just stay loose. Does anyone have any questions at the moment about meditation? Because we are about to do one more session here, one more 15-minute session. And this round is no voice, just focus, just waves, just music, just you and your place. Hopefully you're wearing headphones, or hopefully you're in a safe place where you have some solitude and no one can disturb you. Maybe you don't have the option of being in a private place. Maybe you don't have the option of being in a situation in which you can be disturbed. That's okay. You can still practice traditional meditation, and that's okay. Through deep experience and understanding, you can block any distraction through traditional meditation or conscious meditation. Remember, conscious meditation is the same idea of meditation, except you are conscious. Your eyes are open, and you are aware of your surroundings. You are engaging with your surroundings. So, here we go. Let's do another round. 15 minutes. By yourself. Check in with your posture throughout. Check in with your body throughout. Your entire body, starting with the roots of your feet. Had to add the S there. Plural. And the heels of your legs, your calves. You want to engage in this visual diagram even of yourself through your mind's eye. You need to visualize your entire body, and when you move your mind's eye through each place, each point of your body, your awareness travels with it. It's very wild how that focus can quickly turn into this imaginary point that's just moving about your entire body. But it's how we truly understand and acknowledge how we feel. It's important to do that throughout meditation because you need to acknowledge if you are doing it correct or not, or if you are straining yourself or not, or if you are holding on to something tightly. Sometimes my shoulders will just tighten up and I don't know why. I have to remind myself to just let the gravity of the world pull your body towards the floor. Yet, imagine you have a magnet pulling you in the opposite direction at the same time, creating this long panel, this frame, which is that perfect 90-degree angle, perhaps, of a flat surface and straight up. That's what the triangle represents for me. So here we go. Let's try meditation. Close your eyes and take this journey. And we'll talk about it afterwards. I will see you in 15 minutes. Take a good sip of water before you start. A good gulp, in fact, as Captain Ben has reminded us. Loosen up and engage. I will see you on the other side. 15 minutes. Eyes closed. Connect to your breathing. Focus on your posture. Allow things or ideas or stress or worries to come in. Connect that to the inhale and then hold it for 2 seconds. Concluding with the release, the exhale of the idea, the exhale of the stress, the exhale of the worry, the exhale of whatever is in your head. Much like the air. You push it out, you let it go, you repeat. That is traditional meditation.